Good evening. Good evening. First of all, I want to excuse my face and my attire. I look a little crazy, so I'm sorry about that. But, so we want to answer some of the questions that we got from our Ask Us Anything video. And pretty much we can like you guys can keep sending us questions and we'll just make multiple videos and pretty much just make it like a series of episodes. Let's just go get started. You want to get started? Yeah. These questions were the ones that we're going to say now. I think they're like 3 questions and they're pretty much about me and Gabriel's relationship or marriage.
Got Chewbacca here tonight with us. Thank you, Chewbacca, for coming out from Gastric.
First question about me and Gabriel is, how did you both know each other was the one to be married to?
You wanna go first?
No, you answer. I think we answered this question in the husband tag, didn't we?
That was a long time ago.
It was like a year or so ago.
Back in '94.
Go ahead.
I mean, the thing about it between us and everything else is just that we had this connection, just, you know, we could just automatically start a conversation about anything and everything and just talk for days on end, you know. Get in trouble by our parents, and, you know, and like, hey, who you on the phone with? Gotta go, you know, kind of deal. So.
These are like 13-year-olds.
Yeah, we
were like 13, stuff like that. I mean, some of you guys might not know, like we weren't always together for that long. Like stop, Gabriel. We were like, we had dated in like middle school. We didn't get back together till we were like 18, 19.
18.
Yeah. So I felt like when we did get back together that I knew he was the one because I loved him so much and we didn't like have any problems with each other or nothing like that, and I really did miss him. So when we did get back together, it was like, you know, this is it. Like, I need to be with him because he treats me really well compared to any other guy that I've dated, and just treat me like a princess.
You can believe that, people, but I told her I was the one. You ain't got time for that.
Okay, whatever. Somebody asked, and I think she was asking, do we have to have similar interests for our relationship / marriage to thrive? Go ahead.
Go ahead, it's your turn.
I don't know, it's not like, I can't really explain, like we have a lot of things that interest us both, and then we don't. Like with food, like for like the most part we kind of do like the same things, like the same food. Like there's some things that we don't kind of clash with. We like the same shows. We like, I don't think that you have to have the exact same interests for your relationship to thrive.
You wanna know a dirty little secret of mine? A dirty little secret? I watch Pretty Little Liars. Why? I ain't gonna point no fingers at nobody, but I don't know why, but I watch Pretty Little Liars. In addition to that, I used to watch Gossip Girl. I used to watch Teen Moms. I used to watch Kardashians.
And I watch South Park.
Football.
But see, I mean, I like football. I just don't watch it like a lot.
Now she does.
But I mean, like with some things like with interests, like relationships and definitely marriage, you have to sacrifice some things.
You have to sacrifice a lot of things, actually. I mean, you're gonna have to, you know, give so much in the marriage in order for it to work. Because of Morgan, actually, I know a lot about makeup now. I mean, I know a tremendous amount of makeup. I can sit and tell you about when the new Urban Decay line is dropping and so, or when, you know, a new palettes come out from another company, all about MAC and everything else. Because the fact is that, you know, whatever interests her interests me at times. You know, some things I will not get into. I cannot lie. Sometimes it's just like you can go your way with that. I'm gonna go, you know, somewhere else. But I mean, for the most part, it's just that almost anything and everything she has an interest in, I will try to have an interest in it also.
And I don't really like shoes like that. Like if it was my choice, that I would go barefoot. Like, I really don't like shoes, but I know more about Jordans than I ever had, and I really don't care for it. But since Gabriel loves Jordan so much, you know, sometimes I try to understand, but it's just hard. The last question about us is, how often do you guys argue / disagree with each other, and is it the same thing every time?
That'll be our next video because we need some time. No, it's not.
Yeah,
that
we could really talk about that a long time.
I mean, you're gonna have arguments, disagreements all the time, and
every day
in life. That's just your co-workers and everything else. But marriage, just like, we do argue and everything else a whole lot. We did bump heads a whole lot and everything else, and we're both stubborn, so we both not try to back down. But at the end of the day, we both try to come to an agreement that we both could try to meet at times, and then from there, it's just that whenever we get into an argument or so, before we go to sleep or before we go some other place, we try to make sure that, you know, we're not angry with each other, because you never know. It could be that time, okay, I leave the house angry, mad at her, and next you know I get in a car wreck, or, you know, something happens to her, and it's just, I don't want to live with that factor in my life.
Yeah, that's weird. That's true. And you know, and I was telling him today, like, it takes a lot of energy, to be mad at somebody all the time. And so, like, I'm trying to learn in our marriage, like, I'm trying to learn how to just let things go and just be like, okay, you don't like that, or you're just not gonna see the same way I do, then all right, fine, I'm just gonna let it go and try to save face and just be happy about it, and try not to be so angry before I go to bed.
What's that one quote they say about being angry at somebody for your whole life, or have something against them, is basically you giving that person free room inside your mind.
It's true. That was all the questions that we had for this video. They were pretty much just questions about me and Gabriel's marriage and relationships. We do have some other questions about people who have concerns with their own relationships that we will answer in another video. So we will talk to you guys soon. Guys, anything to say?
I'm going to Popeyes.
We ain't going no Popeyes.